So part two was way better than part one. Okay, so the story continues. Obviously, Barry and Oliver still switch, have each other's powers. You know, Barry's the Arrow and Oliver's the Flash still, and it's still the ongoing running joke about is it more like Freaky Friday or Quantum Leap? And it's only getting funnier. There's a lot of humor in this one, which is weird because this is where Batwoman shows up. So all that's still going on, and they get together with Supergirl and everybody else to go and try to find the book they were talking about. And this takes them to Gotham City. Now, before I was asking, did Oliver know the whole time about Batman and didn't say anything? Apparently, Batman left Gotham again, like he did in Birds of Prey. Oh, by the way, in the first part there was a Huntress reference. I don't think it was this one. Yeah, I forgot to point that out. Anyway, yeah. So a lot of people were mad when he left Gotham and Birds of Prey. They actually showed him leaving. He was fighting Joker and Harley Quinn. And he just said, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out. And he just walked away. He walked out of Gotham. I thought it was funny. And apparently, he left Gotham again in the Arrowverse, which is why he's become a legend or a myth, which is why he's barely referenced. So I guess that's one way to fix that. But forget Batman, Batwoman begins, okay? Because Ruby Rose, as I suspected, as we all suspected, absolutely perfect as Kay Kane and Batwoman, which is important to be two halves of a good superhero. And I actually read Kay Kane. I tried to find a comic, but I guess I put it up too good. But yes, he's spot on, man. So let me go through my notes here. Batwoman, okay. It goes without saying, Batwoman's a badass. She's a badass in this crossover too. And like she doesn't even use an annoying voice thing like Batman does. Which, thank you for not doing that, you know. And there are constant comparisons throughout the crossover about her and Batman. And as I watch it, I'm like, yeah, they're alike, but they're also not. Batman's a total dick, as is Batwoman, but in a good way, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, she's likable as a dick, you know. And obviously they had to address the big comparisons between Arrow and Batman, because that Arrow is just Batman plus Robin Hood. So they had to address that, and it was also pretty funny because I was like, we're nothing alike, not at all. It was like, sure. And speaking of Arrow Barry Allen is fanboying over Batman the whole episode, which is funny. It's like Arrow wouldn't do that. And he also fanboys over Batgirl. He even asked to ride in the Batmobile, which, by the way, he's not in this. I mentioned that. Yeah, okay. Alright, so there's a lot of references, including a lot of Batman references, including a lot of Batman TV references. Like, even in Birds of Prey, they had that, the statue thing, where they pushed the button. That's in here too. And Supergirl holds it, which was an awesome image for me. And they got the tower, and I would just love that, man. Just loving it. But I'm sure everyone will be talking about the Arkham Asylum jailbreak scene. First of all, they went to Arkham Asylum. Okay. Arkham Asylum's in the Arrowverse now. And it's awesome. And there's so many references. I didn't get them all, but I wrote down a few that I did see. Right away, they're showing the names of characters on the walls, and I wasn't able to get like most of them, but I did see the Riddler's name everywhere, Enigma, so that was pretty cool. And then there's this guy who puts on a mask. He says finally the villains will run Gotham City, and he puts on like a gold mask, and he like looks right to the camera, puts on a gold mask. I'm like, I'm supposed to get that, but I don't know who that is. And then later on, we see him outside of Arkham Asylum. And Cisco sees him, and he has this dude has his mask and has like a candy cane. Cisco's like, hey, what the hell are you supposed to be? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Kind of reminded me of Will Smith in Independence Day when he's just going off in the desert. What the hell is that smell? You know, anyway. They're both frustrated and going off. But yeah, like, okay. One thing that was weird during the Arkham Asylum jailbreak scene was Mr. Freeze. Like, is Mr. Freeze now a woman, or was that his wife running around? Because I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be encased in ice or something to stay alive, but she wasn't. But she was frantic, freaking out that she wasn't in ice. And you want to guess who she runs into? Killer Frost. And it's like a weird thing, because he's like, I need to be frozen. I'm like, Killer Frost, right? Whatever. As he sprays her with a fire extinguisher, which Killer Frost just eats, obviously. But then she grabs Mr. Freeze's gun and shoots Killer Frost. I'm like, so she ended up eating that too. Like, she starts calling for help. I like the scene, but I'm very confused by it. And also, I've never liked Mr. Freeze, but I love seeing the reference though. Even Arnold couldn't make him cool. I'm sure there's a lot of references in that scene that I missed. Like, I know there are. And then, people are going to be talking about the other good reference in that scene. Scarecrow's gas gets out. And I knew they found a way to bring back Malcolm Merlin, which they did. And Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash. Not the regular one. Not the Tom Cavanaugh Eobard Thawne, which I thought was a good choice. Probably did it because he was easier to convince or whatever. But that was a good choice because he always seems more intimidating to me than the other guy who was Thawne. Which led to a good fight scene. Eobard Thawne and Malcolm Merlin versus the Arrow, who's Barry Allen, and Flash, who's Oliver. Only it's revealed, because they're illusions, that it's just Barry and Oliver fighting. Again. And the Batgirl just totally shows up and looks at her like, these motherfuckers, okay. She tells him what it is, and then, like, she leaves. I know it's a Batman thing, but she's better about it than Batman because, like, she didn't leave when somebody was in mid-sentence, and she didn't, like, half-threaten them like Batman does. And when she arrives in Arkham, she does that Batman thing, like, I've seen other members of the Bat family try to do it, but never be successful, especially Robin. You know, the thing where Batman just looks at a bad guy and they just become instilled with fear and they start screaming. Well, she did that. I'm like, whoa, I guess that is her cousin. She did it successfully, too. The only thing, I wish it was more of her, but as a Batwoman, that's probably how it's supposed to be. So, this will be in part 3. And one interesting thing of note, the last one I have here, Batwoman getting Supergirl. We already know Batman and Superman, thanks to one guy, apparently they can't be friends. However, this is proof Kryptonians can be friends with the Bat family, because Batwoman and Supergirl were very civil. They shook hands. Batwoman's like, I don't do long goodbyes. Well, I should know she wasn't paying attention to anyone else but Supergirl. So, you know that. And like, yeah, they get to talking and they shake hands and they reveal they know who the other is. It's a good thing. And it proves a Kryptonian can be friends with a member of the Bat family. The literal Bat family, Bruce Wayne's cousins. Like, these girls can be nice to each other, be friends. But they're much more well-known cousins can't. Bullshit. Speaking of which, Superman finally shows up, and I've only seen pictures, like, Long as I trade, like, I've heard that Supergirl and Batwoman were friends, but again, like I said before, I've been trying to avoid trailers and all that, but I've seen pictures of Superman, evil Superman, and he shows up here, and I'm trying to like pick out the suit. Like, it looks like his suit from the Justice Lords, the black one with the silver S, but he has the short hair. Or it could also be his suit from when he came back from being killed, which is the black suit with the silver S, but he had that mullet. No mullet here. Like in the trailer they played after the episode, he has his like SWAT team squad military thing that Injustice Superman has. So I'm trying to figure out which version of Superman this is. Like I recognize it, but I can't place it. And I'm loving it. I just want to know which one that is. Like, and they're building up to Crisis on Infinite Earth, which is a big story. Like, they're gonna need like all these heroes, all the other DC heroes on CW, and then some for that one. It's also one of my favorite stories. I remember reading that when I was a kid and I absolutely loved it. So, and speaking of Crisis on Infinite Earth, I thought the big bad guy in that one was the Monitor. Apparently, there's someone more powerful. Who? 90s Flash finally shows up, and they're obviously all confused because he is also Barry Allen, but Barry, I like how they all say Jade. He's like, no. Barry's like, Dad? He's like, no, Barry Allen. And then me like, oh, I'm a different, okay, because they played this before. It was a nice exchange. It was hold up for a half a second, pun intended. I was thinking, like, did Monitor just Thanos 90s Flash out of existence, or did he just send him back to his dimension because he tries to charge him and he's gone? And Supergirl tries to charge him, and he teleports her back, like, almost the same way with 90s Flash, but she says he like blew back or whatever. And the Monitor says he wants to fight on the side of good, but again, I remember reading the story. I'm pretty sure he was the bad guy, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, man. But part 3's tonight, so we'll see. So, like, that's all I have. Really love this crossover. All the references. Loving that Batwoman theme. Really. If the rumors are true. I would love to keep hearing it for years and years and years. Anyway. That's all. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. So time has changed again. In the last few seconds of the episode. And neither Barry nor offers a speedster. And I know how this story goes again. I've also read the Elseworlds. This was years ago though, but I read it. So I'm wondering who's going to be who, because I remember loving seeing stuff swapped around. Who's going to be the Flash and all that. Be interesting. Oh yeah, people pointing out Diggle, when 90s Flash showed up, he looked at Diggle and said, "You're not wearing your ring." But that's a reference too. So, anyway, that's all.